What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Darksiders Warmastered Edition 100% Apocalyptic Walkthrough. In this episode, we are going to start our way through start making our way, through the Twilight Cathedral. So, first I'm gonna kill these guys. Oh, I guess maybe there is 5. Okay. Over here is a soul chest. So make sure you grab that. You can get it after Twilight Cathedral, but it's just easier to get it now. And let's go get ourselves another Vulgrim location. Get some health. You can buy that Wrath Shard if you want to. I wait. Get that. Same with the Weapon Master. I'm gonna get it later. These two, Bane and Bane here and Weapon Master, are enhancements that I'm gonna buy later, just so that we have all of them. But I don't find either one of them to be particularly useful, so I save them till the end. Reaper's Revenge. And then these, if I haven't said it before, there's an achievement for getting all of them. If you want stone skin, you can use it. I don't like it, so I don't ever use it. But you might find it helpful, so it's totally up to you. And now, before we go in, oh yeah, I guess there is 5. I said that a minute ago, and then I second guessed myself. But yeah, I guess you can get the High Flyer achievement out here. You just have to get the Dusk Bats to group up so you can kill them. See, there's some Tremor Gauntlet Ice or Crystal, I'm not really sure. And there's a health chest if you need it. But what's in that Tremor Gauntlet Ice over here, as you can see, is some Abyssal Chain points, and there's another soul chest over there. And we'll get it later when we get the Abyssal Chain, but that's also a Wicked K location. So, but what I was saying about that Tremor Gauntlet Ice / Crystal is that what's in there is just a soul chest, so we'll get that later. I mean, we can't get it now, so we don't have the Tremor Gauntlet, but yeah, so this is kind of the mechanic of the game. Take the Crystal Sword, give it to the Angel. And yes, I am very aware that I did not make an Arms of an Angel joke. Could have, chose not to. There's our first actual look at Tiamat. She's a little less imposing when she's fighting that griffin thing, but yeah. Okay, you can't do anything about it right now, so we're just gonna keep going because we can, and we have to. And this, of course, highlights, and you'll see this in every dungeon, it kind of highlights what it wants you to do. And up here is a soul chest that we'll get in just a minute. Kill this dude. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it looks like you can get that one if you wake that one up, and that one. It looks like there's 5 Dusk Bats in here too, so this is yet another place for a High Flyer. So that's cool. And next little area, it highlights again. We're gonna have to break through that stuff, but first, we have some fighting to do. So I'm not gonna just use a combination in here of using, my Scythe and using Chaos Eater. So do whichever you prefer, but like I said, I am trying to level up the Scythe as quickly as possible. So yeah, that's typically that's typically what I use. And I use it quite a bit in the Twilight Cathedral just because the enemies are lower level. So it's more beneficial because, like I mentioned before, the experience you get for killing enemies is the same, whether you kill a lower level enemy or a smaller enemy, like these guys are the zombies, or whether you kill a bigger enemy, like, you know, the flesh bursters, or those like big, like fisty dudes, or like a trauma or something. So it's, for me, it's just easier to level that up faster, and when doing a 100%, it just makes that aspect go by a little bit quicker. So, especially when we get like combat lore, which is an enhancement that we'll get after we meet Ulthane. So, that's a few episodes away. So, yeah. Alright. Let's go in here. Bomb flowers! But first, if you need it, or bomb growth. I call them bomb flowers. But if you need it, there was a, what's it called? A health chest. So, come over here. I always have to focus when I do that, because I always feel like if I don't, I'm gonna fall in the lava. Whether that's true or not. So, turn around here and get a pretty fancy chest. Not so much pretty, but a fancy chest. And, hiccups. And get a empty vessel. So, and there are a total of 8 empty vessels. You get the first one automatically just for starting the game. And then we will get all of those. So, no fear, no worries. We'll do that in a minute. First, we're gonna get this dungeon map. Okay, and then we're gonna go over here, and we'll be back for that when we get the Crossblade. We're gonna come over here, and we're gonna get that soul chest before I forget. So, okay, perfect. And kill this guy. Oh, and the other guy woke up. Okay, kill you, and kill you. Oh, there was a third one. So there's 6 in there. Interesting. Good to know. I didn't realize that before. Alright, so here you just, it prompts you like you're gonna push it, but then he just kicks. And makes a big old ginormous hole in the ground. So we're just gonna drop down here and keep going. And hop on over. And I'm just narrating what I'm doing. Get some scythe action going. Some scythe experience. I love that move, I really do. And again, I don't remember what it's called. I never remember what they're actually called. But that's okay, it doesn't really matter. So, however, over here. So, before you hop down, do a back jump and get yourself Soldier Artifact number 6. Okay. This guy. These guys, I should say. I could have just, like, B-moved him, but... Okay, so... Let me just show you. Alright, so this is where you're going to find all your artifacts. And these here, around the circle, are your champion artifacts. The one in the middle, this one is your Overlord. And then all these are grayed out because we've already traded them in. But all these on the sides are your soldiers. So, and then like I showed you, the ones that are grayed out like that are the ones we've traded in. The ones that are still kind of glowy and a little more vibrant are the ones that we currently possess. Like the one we just got. So, okay, kill these dudes. And, I mean, I know I've said this before, but I love the crowd control on the scythe. It may not be the most efficient weapon for war to use, especially right now where it's not like very leveled up at all. But yeah, that crowd control is pretty dang good. So, alright, let's grab ourselves the Beholder's Key and keep going. Let's go back the way we came and kill this guy. For some reason I was thinking there would be two, but that's after we get across the growth stuff. Apparently I cannot kill things and talk at the same time, so my train of thought goes completely out the window. So if you missed it, you can go ahead and get that. Come on, there we go. You can go ahead and get that soldier artifact. But and there's one more soldier artifact in here, and there's also our first champion artifact in here. So the Twilight Cathedral actually has several goodies for us to get. We will, by the time we fight Tiamat, the dungeon boss, we will have 3 artifacts, our first champion artifact included in that. We'll have the Crossblade, we'll have a Wrath Core, another Abyssal Armor piece. I believe we get a Lifestone shard as well, and then we'll get an actual Lifestone for defeating Tiamat. So we get all kinds of good stuff in here. There we go. Kill this guy because why wouldn't we? Before we go in here. Okay. Alright. Let's hop this way. Hop on across. Don't fall in the lava, because that would be bad. Alright, so there is our next. I almost said our first, but we're not at that part yet. Our next crystal sword. But we have to fight this guy. And these guys, when there's just one of them, they're not too bad. They kind of alert you as to when they're going to be swinging. Their weapon kind of has that bluey glow, like that. So you can get out of the way. But when there's more than one of these guys at once, they are a pain to fight. So it's because you have to knock all the armor off, and then you can... There we go. Then you can actually hurt them. The moves that I've found to be the most efficient against them when fighting with Chaos Eater are that home run swing move and and also see the home run swing move, and then that like piercing jab move, because those deal quite a bit of damage. So although they can take a lot of bit of damage as well. But, so you'll see that I tend to use those quite a lot when I fight those monsters in particular. So, gotta get our sword key. And as far as fighting with this sword, the crystal sword, okay, for some reason I was thinking there was a soul chest there, but I'm wrong. Anyway, as far as fighting with the sword, I don't, think that, as far as, like, DPS and stuff like that goes, which it doesn't really matter in this game, but I think whatever your level with, Chaos Eater is, whatever your level with Chaos Eater is, I think is kind of the same output with this particular weapon. So, crystal sword, I couldn't think of that. It's late. I'm tired. I'm probably not going to be very coherent. It's Tiamat wrestling with our little griffin. Our little griffin friend is putting up quite the fight. So over here is the door to Tiamat. That'll be the absolute last thing that we do in here. But over here is, as you can see, this crystally stuff, is our Lifestone shard. So, take the bomb flower, throw it through the window. Not sure. Did I get it? I'm not sure. Yes, I did. Okay, so as you can see, Lifestone shard, but I'm gonna wait because we have a little bit of fighting to do. And that will replenish most of, or some of, our health. So, throw the bomb flower on the yucky, drippy, nasty dude, so he doesn't grab you. I think they're called grapple maw, if I remember correctly. And then use this thing to your freaking advantage. So I like to just throw it on his face, because the fire deals damage to him, like that residual fire, but so does the explosion. So it'll definitely help you get some of that armor off, of him, whenever, there we go. Ooh, on the way. That makes me sad. There we go. Didn't really want to use Blade Geyser like that, but it's okay. We'll replenish all or most of our wrath anyway. So. Get you. And no, you don't. Boom. That's a home run swing move. The only real problem that I have with the home run swing is between that and that piercing move that I just did, is directionality, like what direction you're using, like the joystick. So, because the other buttons are the same, so yes, there's something to be careful of, and it triggers it to use Lifestone shard number 5. It triggers it to use either one, typically like when I don't want to use that particular one, if that makes sense. So, alright, plop this thing over here and unlock the door. Alright, let's keep going. So, go in here and hop up here and get yourself, not that, so you can see there's an artifact there. So, and that's actually really easy to miss. So, I thought I could get it that way. I couldn't. So hop over here and back glide to get our first champion artifact. So, champion artifact. This talisman represents the elite class of Legion artifacts. Only 6 of these icons were granted to the overlords that commanded Hell's Legions. Return it to Vulgrim and he will reward you. And he does. He gives you 1,000 souls. So, champion artifact number 1, or artifact overall number 7. Come in here, hop up here, and this is where I tend to have like a lot of issue. Because he doesn't like to go past, yep, right here. So, apparently, changing the camera helps. But, you know, it is what it is. So, push this sucker off of there. And push it over. Sorry, like, just decided to yawn in the middle of that. I didn't decide. It just happened. Right in the middle of that. Alright. Hop on up. Keep hopping. Doo-doo. Alright, so over here. This thing blocks the entrance. So we will be back over there when we get the Crossblade. Which will actually be getting hit pretty soon. So. Shank this dude. It's not really shanking him, but, you know, we're gonna get this dude. Toss the bomb flower on that. And like the ginormous statue, drop. And make a big hole in the ground. And if you missed it before, over here was where we got that soul chest. So you just have to go back the other way. If you need to grab that. And Got some stuff to kill. Yeah. There we go. That's better. That is much better. Killing the things and just leveling up. It would be so much. I know. It would be so much faster to just B-move all of them, or circle move, or instant kill, or execution, or there's another one, but we need that experience, so we have to do it the more difficult way, but that's alright. And now, get our item of the dungeon, Crossblade. There's a health chest if you need it. And just wail on this thing. And this, to me, is... it just looks so cool. I love the way... the reveal for these items. I don't know. It's just... I think it's cool. Alright. Crossblade, a finely crafted throwing blade that can strike multiple targets. And we earned Elemental Thief for getting it. And I was gonna read, like, split second decision there. I was gonna read the, like, instructions on how to use it, but, nah. You guys are intelligent people, you can read that on your own if you want, just pause the video. Or, if you're playing along, just don't exit out of it, I guess. Excuse me. And personally, I think the Crossblade is probably one of the most useful, like, consistently through the rest of the game, kind of useful items. So this guy, he's poisonous. So usually what I do is I just charge the Crossblade like so, toss it because it will do some damage to him. But then it also makes that poison go away, and it keeps it away the more you do it. So that's just the way I do it. Oh my god, it's poison. And then just wail on him. And he actually has like a pretty cool execution. Oh, and naturally I wouldn't get it. Okay, well, we'll get it eventually, because there are more of these guys throughout the game, so. But, in the meantime, I'm gonna destroy some things, get this health chest, and everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video when we essentially finish up the Twilight Cathedral. So thank you guys again for watching. Aw, I can't do that. That's disappointing. Alright, I'll see you guys in another video.